Silence in the court.
The defense will start with the opening statement. Thank you. I want you to imagine your favorite Dragon Ball character. Goku, Tien, Krillin, Piccolo, Jiren, Frieza. Characters like that pop up in your mind. But one character doesn't pop in your mind. My client here today, Yamcha. Now, why doesn't Yamcha pop in your mind, you think? Maybe it's the fact that he's a loser. Maybe it's the fact he has been used for so long. Or just maybe the fact that he just sucks. But there's a problem with that. Why does he suck? I mean, he's a Dragon Ball OG. He's been in the show for how long? He's been in the show since episode 10, episode 3 too. Well, here I am today, and I'm here to explain how an author decided to destroy a character's reputation, and along with his fandom, and making him into what he is today. Let's get started. I want you to put yourselves in Yamcha's shoes for a second. Beginning of the Saiyan saga, Goku has just died, and he tells you that 2 Saiyans are coming to the planet to take over. You and the rest of the Z Fighters train up for a year, and the Saiyans finally come. Now, they decide to pose a challenge to you guys first. They have a bunch of Cybermen, alien species you know nothing about, fight first, and then you guys get to fight them. They pick Krillin as a volunteer to fight first. And Krillin at this point has already died. And the Dragon Balls at this point in the show could not bring someone back to life a second time. He is scared of dying again. And you, as the good friend, you say, nah, I got this one, little bro. Because you're older than him, you've known him for years at this point. You decide to go fight him. Fight the Saiyaman. You know, you handle the Saiyaman that is as strong as Goku was during the beginning of this arc. You handle him pretty well. You get happy, excited, arrogant, due to the fact that you won your fight. But, while you had your back turned, not expecting anything, the Saiyaman jumps up on your back and explodes you. Now, you would think that your death would be treated with law honor, you know? You weren't expecting it. It was a blow from the back. You did not expect someone could jump on you and kamikaze themselves. But according to the Dragon Ball Z community, that gets you a statue. You become the biggest meme alive. One of the oldest memes alive. Everyone has done your pose. Even in Dragon Ball Super, in a filler episode, you are doing your pose. Krillin says, the man you defended himself, he says, ooh, that gives me bad memories. As a joke. Why is saving your friend a joke? Why is being a man a joke now? That's the question you gotta ask. What did Yamcha do? What did he do? He didn't do nothing to deserve that. Who am I to deny an author's claim? I did not write Dragon Ball. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama did. Now, there is something in writing I like to call reasonable cap. You know, Naruto introducing Kaguya out of nowhere. Like, be for real. You know what I mean? Luffy in Alabasta beating Crocodile. That's reasonable cap. And another example in Dragon Ball is Yamcha cheating on Bulma. Now, maybe some of y'all haven't seen the original Dragon Ball. Some of y'all just went to Z, and that's okay. In the original Dragon Ball, Yamcha is stated to be scared of women. How does it make sense a man like that is gonna cheat? His own voice actor did not believe that when he asked Toriyama himself. How does that make sense to you? Just think like that. How does a man scared of women gonna cheat on someone? I'm gonna tell you why. I told you why it doesn't make sense. Why did that happen? Akira Toriyama at this point had written 3 women in Dragon Ball. Chi-Chi, Bulma, Launch. Where's Launch? I don't know. Irrelevant. But he only had 2 women, and he needed Trunks to be a character. So what does he do? He decides to massacre one of my favorite characters, Yamcha, just to move a story point across. And I'm tired of that relationship being painted as good. And I will show to you why it isn't good in Exhibit C next. I want you to look at Vegeta's and Bulma's relationship. So, in the Saiyan Saga, Vegeta had killed most of your friends. He killed your boyfriend, he killed Piccolo, he killed Tien, he killed Chiaotzu. This is a man you've loved for years at this point in Yamcha. When the Planet Namek arc started, you were having nightmares of him. You were having nightmares of Vegeta killing you too. And it's not like he was any good to anyone in that arc. He still tried to mess up your best friend that you've known for years' son and your friend in Krillin. The man that your boyfriend sacrificed his life for. You would think you would not go for a man like that. Would you go for a man like that? I wouldn't be honest. No, he's a good man. That's not a good man. He is going canonically, was stated to go straight to hell. But him specifically, Vegeta, is going straight to hell. Think about it like that. Now, the next arc starts in Cell, and all of a sudden you have a kid with Vegeta, and Yamcha cheated. How does that make sense? Bulma is one of the smartest women on the planet. She invented time travel. Who is inventing time travel? And now look, you're telling me as one of the smartest women on the planet, you're gonna have a kid with a man that killed not only your boyfriend at the time, but multiple people? Multiple of your friends that you care about, you're gonna have a kid with him. How does that make sense? And I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't make sense. Akira just wrote it up. He just wrote some bullshit that day. I want you to look at how many female characters were in at Dragon Ball at that point. Launch, Chi-Chi, Bulma. That's it. You can't name anyone else. And she's gone. I haven't seen her since. He had to think of an excuse to come up with Trunks to move up this next volume. And instead of introducing a new female character to help thicken out women representation in Dragon Ball, he decides to absurdly hold Bulma around. And now look. And now please do not tell me that is a good relationship. When she had the main man, Yamcha himself. Look at him. Look how beautiful he is. I've said my next. In the Tournament of Power, Goku had to choose 9 people to go fight with him for the fate of the universe. He chooses fan favorites, villains, friends, but he doesn't choose the one friend he's had the longest, Yamcha. Now, at this point, you think to yourself, well, Yamcha could have asked Goku. And I want you to think to yourselves, do you always call your friends to hang out? If you always call your friends to hang out and they don't call you, are they considered your friend? Is that not weird for them? Why am I always asking for a friend from something? The friend can't just call me up? Why am I asking you to hoop with me? Can you not call me to ask to hoop with you? Is the question I want to ask. He did not ask him at all. He just got hoed. And the reason why Akira Toriyama at the time, he wanted Roshi to be in there. And I want you to think to yourself, when has Roshi ever trained? I'm going to tell you Yamcha's power level, I'm going to tell you what's trained. Yamcha, at this point, during the Buu saga, was killed by one of the Buus and had to go to heaven, where he trained and fought against someone that was stated to be stronger than Cell. He is stronger at that perfect self-destroy. However, Roshi has never in his life trained. He has not trained since Dragon Ball. He's not touched a stick. He's not touched a mat. Think about it. Android timeline. He is alive. He is just running from the androids. He's not doing anything. He is scared. He knows he can't hang with them. So you're gonna tell me that same man that can't even handle an android? I don't even think he's beating Saiyan Saga Goku. He's not stronger than him. He's not trained since. You're telling me that same man is gonna go in tournament power and have Ultra Instinct and fight and be more useful than a man that's been training for how long? In Yamcha? Yamcha can fight Cell. He is pretty perfect Cell. Not Cell, perfect Cell. He is strong. And he is not there, but Roshi is. Now think about that. How does that make sense? Time and time again, Yamcha is getting disrespected by the author, the fans, the characters in universe, he's getting it from all angles here. I'll move on to my closing statement. I want you to imagine yourselves as Yamcha one more time. And let's start from this beginning. You live by yourself, you're alone, your only friend is a cat. You meet a little boy named Goku, and you meet a girl, the love of your life, Bulma. You two get a relationship, you start training, you lose a lot, but you still have heart, you still believe in yourself. And then Dragon Ball Z starts. You have to fight against a Cyberman, you beat him, he jumps you, you die, saving your friend yet again. But everyone starts making memes of you, jokes, and then at least you still have your girl, one of the smartest, most beautiful, richest people in Dragon Ball. But yet again, the author decides to hold you and have you not in character, nothing shown, no history behind it. Decide to cheat on her, and she moves on and is with a Saiyan now. The same man that killed a bunch of your friends. Think about it like that. And then at least you finally have something in Super where you get to show your power. You get to do something useful at least one more time. But yet again, you get disrespected by the author, and you get an old man that has not trained since the 80s fighting for you instead. Now think about it like that, and tell me he's not the most disrespected anime character that gets it from the fans, the author, and most importantly, in the universe. Now, if all that pins in your honor, tell me, is he not the most disrespected? But thank you for your time. Hey man, welcome to the first episode of Character Court. I hope y'all like that. We have a 2K video coming out Wednesday, so like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all for the next one. Peace.